was a child, my life was like a TV show that constantly changing channel. Every time I moved to a new city or school, it was like I was forced to press the start over button. Have you ever walked into a brand new place, seen a group of people talking and laughing, and just stand here, silently thinking, am I in the wrong place? I'm a very shy person, and I often change cities and schools with my parents when I was young. Every time I moved, I had to adapt new environment, meet new classmates, and re-experience a question of who I am. Every time I get in a car to a new city, I always feel like a suitcase, pushed along by an unseen force, with a clear goal, but never ready. Especially when entering the new school, the feeling of being abandoned is still fresh in my memory. You know, people already form their own relationship of friends, and I'm always the one standing in the corner, silently observing. Once, I even found someone in my class joking, "How come you haven't made any friends yet?" I thought to myself, well, I think I need to take a crash course in how to make friends. To be honest, every time I moved, I was like an alien who felt someone else's world and didn't know how to adapt. I'm sure you can imagine being at a party where everyone is happily conversing, and you just stand in the corner with a drink glass, desperately trying to find something to talk about, but never find the right moment. Changing school is like changing game level. The environment looks new, but the really try that makes me wonder, can I find my place here? The first day was like participating in an unscripted social reality show, and every time I ate, I sat in the corner like a lonely ghost, my eyes wandering. Until one day, I realized that I wasn't alone. I noticed that several of my classmates were sitting alone, so I decided to go bold and walk out with them with my awkward smile. "Are you alone? Shall we eat dinner together?" I still remember the mood at that time. It's almost like opening the courage bag for myself. Unexpectedly, they warmly accepted me, began to talk about their own interests, and even laughed about how moving can be fun. Slowly, the barriers between us fell away, and we became friends and found our own social island. Since then, I realized that the sense of belonging is not something we are born with. It's need to create it by ourselves. In that moment, I understood that the sense of belonging is like a bridge we build with others, with communications, with understanding, with courage. When you step out of your comfort zone and reach out to others, the sense of belonging will creep into your life. Let's talk about my parents. They are always busy because of their work, so I can't get their company like other children every day. They were always behind me. When I was young, I used to think that they were so busy, they were robotic. At that time, I felt that the sense of belonging didn't belong to me. I even thought they were so busy. Am I even part of my family? However, I had overlooked the hidden power of my family. Whenever I encountered the problems, they will always support me. They give me an invisible strength through phone calls, through text messages, through care. Although we can't get together all the time, the tacit understanding of their company helps me understand that family is warmth, even with distance. I gradually realized that the busyness of my parents is not a distance, but another form of companionship. They give us an invisible sense of belonging by silently providing our lives through words, messages, and support, while we won't necessarily get together all the time. I learned the meaning of family. A connection doesn't depend on time and space. As a result, I learned an important lesson. Belonging is not only develops through external circumstances, it constantly through our inner growth and the way we view our interactions to others. The sense of belonging is like the invisible bond that connects us and provides a powerful force, no matter where we are.